Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Solomon,
And I'm Jamila Jefferson.
and we're the Marriage Journey.
Yes, we are.
Today, we're going to talk a little bit about boundaries.
Yes. So boundaries are important because it shows respect and it honors, the marriage. And even if you're not married, boundaries are still important. Your yes is your yes and your no is your no. And, certain things could be intrusive into your marriage that could really cause disunity and like cause you all to grow apart. So what are some things, babe, you think, we could share regarding that?
Well, I remember a while back when I was a caregiver for my mom, I had to make up some decisions to let that go and concentrate on my marriage. In addition to, I remember one time I was working 3 jobs, and I had to break that up because it was interfering with me and my wife's marriage because I wasn't giving her the time that she needed.
And to me, also, like, I love our children, and they take up a lot of time depending on if you have children and their ages and the seasons that they're in with different responsibilities. But God wants us to, have a balance when it comes to that because your kids are going to grow up, or you may have caring older parents that you're caring for, or sometimes you may feel like, oh, when you're newly married, you share certain things, with certain people before you got married and you feel like still being in that routine. But you have to be prayerful because it's very important to not allow the enemy to have a foothold within your marriage. So it's important for y'all to talk about things that are important, that are sacred that may not need to be shared with family or friends, right?
Especially if there's an issue within the family. You need to talk to your wife about it first before you start talking to brother-in-laws, nephews, or things of that
Mom,
nature.
dad, sister-in-laws, and it's likewise for me as well as a wife. It's so easy to talk to your mom if that's the dynamics that you all have, or say a sister or a brother or a certain friend. And not to say that you can't have those relationships. It's just certain things are sacred, and really the respect that plays into it, like, right. And so God wants us to be mindful so we could continue to have a healthy marriage. And if y'all are stuck in that area, by all means, seek a second party that God would, have you to do if you haven't gotten one already, or seek counseling or therapy if you're stuck. But at all means, we just have to be mindful because every marriage is unique, and we don't want the enemy to try to break up and destroy what it is that God has ordained.
And just to let you know, if you have to, you and your spouse sit down and talk about the boundaries and
Yes.
lay it out on the table. That way, you won't have to worry about crossing them.
Right. And you know what's, accepted and what's appreciated and what's not, because talking is very important, and prayer as well, so it's important. Boundaries are important, like I said, even when you're not married, boundaries are important because you can't do everything and be everything to everyone. First we have to give honor and respect and reverence to the Lord, and then our marriage, and then everything else falls into play, whether you have kids or, like I said, you're caring for, elder parents. Again, it's not about them, taking sides, but it's about you all coming together and being one.
And remember, we are the marriage journey. Have a good
Amen.
day.
Peace out.
Yay.